Alright, so let's talk about Rockstar Games. You know, the wizards who gave us some of the best games ever. Lately, the internet has been buzzing. The rumors are getting louder. People are saying that two of their biggest hits might be coming to our shiny new consoles. I'm talking about Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 4. Imagine that. Arthur Morgan's epic journey and Nico Bellic's gritty tale running on a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X. It's the kind of news that gets the whole gaming community talking. It's what we live for, right? These whispers aren't just coming from nowhere, they pop up in forums, on social media, and from insiders who seem to know things. The big question on everyone's mind is simple. What form will these games take? Will they be simple ports or full-blown remasters? This is where the debate really heats up. A port would mean the game is basically the same, just made to work on the new hardware. A remaster though? That's a whole different ballgame. It means Rockstar would go back in, polish everything up and make it look and feel like a modern title. Think better graphics, smoother gameplay, the works. For games as beloved as these, the difference between a port and a remaster could mean everything. We're talking about legacy titles here. Let's break down what this could mean for Red Dead Redemption 2. The game is already a masterpiece. Seriously, it's one of the best-looking games of the last generation. But even masterpieces can be improved. On a PS5 or Series X, a native version could unlock its true potential. We're dreaming of a solid 60 frames per second, which would make the action feel incredibly smooth. Imagine riding your horse through the heartlands without a single stutter. We could also see true 4K resolution, making every detail of that incredible world pop. And don't even get me started on the loading times. The power of modern SSDs could make those long waits a thing of the past. Then you have Grand Theft Auto 4. This one is a different story. It's an older game, a classic from the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era. A simple port would be nice, just to have it easily accessible on new consoles. But many fans are hoping for more. They want a full remaster. They want Liberty City to be rebuilt with modern textures and lighting. They want the driving to feel a little less like you're piloting a boat on ice. GTA 4 has one of the best stories in the series, but its gameplay and graphics feel dated. A proper remaster could introduce it to a whole new generation of players who might have missed it the first time around. It's a classic that deserves a modern touch. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty. What exactly is the difference between a port and a remaster? Think of a port like moving into a new house but keeping all your old furniture. The game itself doesn't change much. The code is adapted so it can run on the new console's architecture. You might get some small benefits just from the more powerful hardware, like a more stable frame rate or slightly faster loading. But the core game remains identical. The textures, the character models, the lighting, it's all the same as you remember it. It's the cheapest and fastest way for a publisher to get an older game onto a new platform. It's better than nothing, for sure. A remaster, on the other hand, is like renovating that new house. You're not just moving in, you're upgrading everything. The developers go back to the original game's assets and give them a major facelift. This means they can improve the textures to make them look sharper in 4K. They can add new lighting effects like ray tracing, which makes reflections and shadows look incredibly realistic. They might rework the controls to feel more modern or add quality-of-life features that we now take for granted. A remaster is a labor of love. It respects the original game while making it more enjoyable for a modern audience. It takes more time and money, but the result is often worth it. For a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, a port with performance unlocks would still be amazing. We call this a next-gen patch sometimes. Just letting the game run at 60 frames per second and in native 4K would be a huge win for console players. PC players have had this for years, and it's time we got to experience it too. The game is so visually dense and beautiful already that it doesn't necessarily need a full graphical overhaul. Just unleashing the power of the new consoles on the existing game would be enough to make many fans, including me, very happy. It's the simple solution, but sometimes, simple is best. But for Grand Theft Auto 4, the argument for a full remaster is much stronger. The game is over 15 years old now. A simple port would still leave us with muddy textures, clunky animations, and that infamous swing set of death glitch. Okay, maybe they should keep that one. A remaster could fix so much. Imagine Liberty City with the same level of detail as GTA 5's Los Santos. Imagine character models that don't look like they were carved out of potatoes. Imagine a driving model that feels responsive and fun. A GTA 4 remaster could be as transformative as the Mafia Definitive Edition was, turning a great old game into a fantastic modern one. It needs more than just a performance boost, it needs a makeover. The gaming community is, as always, a beautiful and chaotic mix of opinions on this. When you talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, the consensus is pretty clear. Most fans just want performance improvements. They look at the PC version running on high-end hardware and drool. They want that experience on their console. A locked 60 FPS is the holy grail. The game's world is so immersive, but the 30 FPS on PS4 and Xbox One can sometimes hold it back, especially during intense shootouts. Faster loading times would also be a game changer, making fast travel and respawning way less of a chore. Most people feel the art style is timeless and doesn't need to be changed. The conversation around Grand Theft Auto 4 is way more divided. You have one camp of purists who love the game exactly as it is. They argue that the dark, gritty aesthetic and the heavy, realistic driving are part of its unique charm. They worry that a remaster would GTA 5-ify it, making it too colorful and arcade-like. They would be perfectly happy with a simple port that just runs better and is easily available. They want to preserve the original experience, warts and all, because those warts are part of what made the game so memorable for them. They see it as a time capsule from 2008, and they don't want it changed. Then you have the other camp, the modernizers. These fans believe that GTA 4's story is S-tier, but the gameplay has not aged gracefully. They want a full-on remake, or at least a very ambitious remaster. They want the shooting mechanics from GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption 2. They want the driving to be tightened up. They want the city to be rebuilt with stunning new graphics that show off what the PS5 and Xbox Series X can do. They argue that this is the only way to do justice to Niko Bellic's story, and make it appealing to new players who are used to more polished, modern games. They see potential for something truly special. Ultimately, the desire for both games comes down to a love for what Rockstar creates. We trust them. Whether it's a simple port or a full-blown remaster, fans know that playing these games on new hardware will be a better experience. For Red Dead Redemption 2, it's about perfecting an already near-perfect game. For GTA 4, it's about giving a beloved classic the second chance it deserves to shine in the modern era. The debate is passionate because the games themselves are so important to so many people. We all just want to dive back into these worlds and experience them in the best way possible, whatever that may be. So why is all this talk so exciting right now? Well, it's simple. We are all desperately waiting for news about Grand Theft Auto 6. The first trailer blew our minds, but the release is still a ways off, probably in 2025. That's a long time to wait. Having these potential re-releases of Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 4 would be the perfect way to fill that gap. It gives us something incredible to play from a developer we love, keeping us deep inside the Rockstar universe while the team works on their next masterpiece. It's a brilliant strategy to keep the community engaged and happy. It's like a delicious appetizer before the main course. No matter what Rockstar decides to do, port or remaster, it's a win for gamers. If we get a simple port of Red Dead Redemption 2 that runs at 60 FPS, we win. We get to play a modern classic in its best possible form on a console. If we get a full remaster of GTA 4, we win. We get to revisit one of gaming's greatest stories with a fresh coat of paint. Even if the releases are more modest than we hope, just having these games readily available and preserved on the latest hardware is a victory in itself. It keeps these important pieces of gaming history alive and accessible for years to come, which is something we should always celebrate. This whole situation highlights the incredible legacy that Rockstar has built. The fact that we are this excited about the possibility of replaying a game from 2018 and another from 2008 speaks volumes about their quality. These aren't just disposable games, they are cultural touchstones. They are worlds we love to live in. Arthur Morgan and Niko Bellic are characters that have stayed with us long after the credits rolled. The chance to ride with Arthur again or go bowling with Roman, but with all the benefits of modern technology, is an opportunity that is almost too good to pass up. It reminds us why we fell in love with these games in the first place. In the end, all we have are rumors and hope. Rockstar is famously tight-lipped, so we won't know anything for sure until they decide to tell us. But the chatter is exciting, and it gives us something to look forward to. It's a reminder that even as we look ahead to the future with Grand Theft Auto 6, there's immense value in looking back at the masterpieces that got us here. So what do you think? Are you Team Port or Team Remaster? Would you rather have a silky smooth Red Dead Redemption 2 or a completely overhauled Grand Theft Auto 4? Let me know. The conversation is half the fun.